Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dread Time Stories. I am your host, Dr. Phobia, and tonight we take a look into the world of scary stories from Reddit. Before we begin, the monsters in this story aren't really big. In fact, they're really tiny, and they're actually something that we see on a daily basis. And in a way, we're all a bit afraid of them. So sit back, relax, and enjoy bugs. The storms were bad a few nights ago. The high winds ultimately led to the rotting oak tree in my backyard to topple over. It was a few days before the rain cleared up, and I waited one more to let it dry up outside. Earlier today, armed with a pair of work gloves and an axe, I went to clear the fallen tree. It wasn't that tall, and it wasn't that big around. The axe made short work of the trunk, and with a couple of hours, I had cut it into 4 sections. The rotted wood crumbled in my hands as I tossed the first 2 logs into a pile of branches my wife and I had gathered. Then, I went to grab the 3rd section of the log, and my dog ran through my legs, and I moved my foot as to not step on him and ended up planting it on a slick piece of damp wood and fell onto the remaining section of the trunk hard. The log I was holding shattered on my chest, and the one below me caved in. The fall had knocked the wind out of me. I was dazed and a little lightheaded. As a result, it took me a moment to realize the millions of little legs crawling all over my skin. I went to brush off what I thought might have been a couple of termites or ants and brought back my hand covered in bugs. I couldn't tell offhand what kind they were, but I was covered in them. Slimy bodies attached to spiny legs crawled across my skin. By the time they were on my face, I was jerking uncontrollably on the ground and trying desperately to get them out of my eyes and away from my mouth. Then, the biting started. I opened my mouth to scream, and they swarmed into my mouth. I coughed and received a momentary relief before they rushed to the back of my mouth. At some point, my wife got the bright idea to pour gasoline on me. The bugs scattered, and a few moments later, I was loaded into the back of an ambulance. Surprisingly, I came out with very little injury. None of the bites passed the first few layers of skin. I was given a couple shots and a shower before they sent me on my way. Sitting here after the fact, I cannot help but stare out the window at that pile of rotten wood. My skin is still crawling. It's almost like they're coming back for me. As a matter of fact, I think I just saw one crawling on the windowsill.